I'm getting tired of doing this. I'm getting tired of being a consumer. It's all I knew. It's all I know, you know? I'm tired of just buying shit that never lasts because I crave that dopamine rush, that hyperfixation in the moment of the all I gotta do is swipe that card. Ugh, it's so addictive just to swipe and keep swiping. And they make it so easy for you nowadays. They you don't even have to swipe anymore or put the chip in. You could just tap it. And then it's sad because then when you buy a product and you don't like it, and depending on like where you got that product, you know, you don't get everything from fucking Walmart. Ugh. But you can't return it. I mean, you can go make a fuss, you know. You can go back into that restaurant or whatever and be like, I don't like this, give me another one, and see what they do. But not everyone's gonna oblige you. Not everyone's gonna bend to your will or appease your feelings, you know. And then you have to remember, at the end of the day, at the end of that transaction, at the end of that decision, you made that fucking choice, you know, to spend your hard-earned money on overinflated fucking boba drinks at the fucking 10th, one of the 10 different boba shops in a 5-mile radius, or rather 10 to 15-mile radius of your house, because they just keep opening up here in our little poor black areas. Because we're easy money. Black people, we are easy money. And I'm a good example of that. Because I'm addicted to this shit. I'm addicted. Because I like to think the rest of my day is going to be different. It's going to be better if I just buy a drink. If I buy some coffee. And I used to do this at Starbucks. And then, you know, that weird thing happened within me where I just don't feel like supporting a business anymore. I don't have it. Like, I have my reasons, and they usually, you know, I don't even have to know what's going on in the real world for me to choose that decision. I just kind of know, you know, you could just look at the workers, or you know, just look at the fucking price of the drink or the way it tastes different, you know. You'll get all your answers like that. But yeah, I'm tired. I'm about to do the same thing with all these little Asian-owned boba shops around here. Because I frequented all of them. At least 5 times. Well, I mean, there is that one shop. I've only been there like twice. But still. I hate not feeling welcome. Or just feeling like an alien. Or just, you know, just a consumer. And then the one shop, you know, the one shop I go to, I am a regular. Like, they know me. And I have been there more than, I want to say I've been coming to this shop for the past 6 to 8 months. At least 3 times a week. At least, you know. At most 5. And that was back in the beginning. But now at least 3. And, you know, I'm on cool terms with the guy who owns the shop. He looks like he's, you know, under 35, you know. He's got his bling bling on and stuff, and he's fine, whatever. And but it's funny to know you've been to a place over 100 times, right? And you've had multiple conversations with the people inside, you know. And they when they see you, they kind of light up a little bit, because I come often, you know. But damn, I don't really feel appreciated, you know. I'm still just a fucking consumer. At the end of the fucking day, I'm just another fucking customer, ready and willing to spend my fucking money. Like only a couple times, only a few, I could count my hand, and I don't even remember them specifically, you know, down to the very minute details. But I do have vague memories of like places I would frequent or whatever in the past, years ago, and like the owners were like, you know, hook me up with like a free drink, Like, they, not often at all, at least once out of the fucking 500 times. You know, or like a free treat, like a free, here, take this piece of candy or some shit. Like, I don't fucking know. And not when I was a kid, but as an adult. Like, that shit's nice, you know? Like, a bit of customer appreciation goes a long way. But I know I'm just another black person in our poor economic black city that has a monopoly, a multitude of Indian-owned, Asian-owned, and white-owned businesses. I'm just part of the funk, you know? Maybe this is one way I could change my life. Stop spending all of my money on my obsessions, you know? That don't really fucking matter. They just help my depression. Like, legit. Like, I'm filling a void, and there's no other way to say that. I mean, there's other ways to say that, sure. But that's all I'm doing, is filling the fucking void. I'm so good at that. All humans are, right? We all have that one thing, at least. That one thing that just really, really helps, you know? Really fucking gets in there. Really pumps action. Pump action, hardcore! Fill that void! And buying these fucking drinks and patronizing these shops. The Chinese stores, the boba shops. Because there are so many around here. And I've been to all of them. That's just how I fill the void these days. Buying coffee was how I've been filling the void for the last 5. But then I changed it up, switched it up. Oh man. See, that's how I could start changing my life. One action at a time, one day at a time, right? I could start making my own fucking drinks, you know? I could learn how to make some Earl Grey fucking milk tea or something, or some Thai tea. That shit's delicious. Or some brown sugar coffee. I can learn, man. But now I'm paying easily a little close to $7 for these boba drinks every time, and I've been doing this for months. And I guess, you know, do the math. If I visit 10 times in 1 month, that's like $70. Because when you think each drink's $7, and then I do that every fucking month, I've given these people a lot of money. And I'm just still a customer, you know? I'm still part of the demographics, you know? I'm part of the reason that the black community, our areas, are so easily frequented by everyone else, you know? And we still have the fucking hardest time doing anything. So yeah, maybe with all my fucking mental health and deficiency glory, like, I know I've gotten shit from my parents, like ADHD, whatever, PTSD. I've gotten some shit from my parents that have affected me up to now, but I'm working on it, damn it. I know buying books and just looking at them isn't the same as reading them. But like, when you go to an area and there's like 10 tire shops, 10 Chinese food stores and seafood shops, fucking like 5 alcoholic package stores, fucking 10 Family Dollars, like, yeah, you're in the black area, or just an area that is just, you know how it goes in America, bro. It could be anyone's area, but it's very, like, you know. It's sad, but it's fucking true in America. And I'm sure in other parts of the world, people can tell you about their people too. Like, when you see this kind of shit, just know the government or the city doesn't care. I don't know. And the people don't care, because littering, and I feel like the milk is expired. Like, it's got a strange taste, but it also could be because I ordered an Earl Grey milk tea. And I've ordered it once before, and it was delicious. And I was like, damn, I'm missing out. But yeah, it tastes, and they say they don't use dairy, but it's got like a weird taste. And I'm still gonna drink that motherfucker, boy. Kill me. I'm just kidding. I'm joking. So beautiful. Woo! Orange leaves, red trees. Orange trees, red leaves. I haven't been here in about 3 months. 3 months? I don't know. It smells weird. What's that smell? You know, one day, like, my goal is to understand the afterlife, and I'll never fully understand it. My human brain simply cannot comprehend it. I'm just gonna accept that. But especially while I'm alive, and I'm sure there are ways to get close to understanding, don't get me wrong. And the closer you get to understanding, the farther you get from something. I don't know. But I'm sure, yeah, I know there are people out there, whole groups of people who know things. And maybe it has to do with Saturn, maybe it has to deal with our ancient gods and deities and the planets and things like that. That's what I believe. And, you know, was it gematria? Like, or the numbers and the shapes. Oh, but I have it in my head. I have an idea in my mind that if I go to a cemetery and I play music, because honestly, it's one of the greatest things we humans have ever, what's the word? Not learned or did, but just something innate within us. Because, you know, the vibrations and the sounds and I think it all connects with our bodies and the ground. And there's so much to it that I get, but I don't know how to explain. And there's definitely power within music, you know, especially nowadays. You got artists and other people coming out talking about, you know, we get paid to say certain things. There's rituals being done on people's albums. But yeah, I have a theory that if I go to a cemetery and play like period music maybe, or just like good high vibrational, not negative, nothing about sex and drugs or rock and roll even, maybe some, what's the word, universal music that you don't normally hear, like the didgeridoo. Like the energy, you know, will climax. Like, especially if I'm having a good time, I'm like moving with the music. And I do feel like, you know, you could channel something. I really do want to understand like spirits and the afterlife, life and death, energy, portals, all that stuff. Because I've had too many experiences. Like, I've never seen an apparition, but I have heard disembodied voices, both with my own ears and of course on recordings. And that shit, like, I don't understand. Like, I get that in our modern world, especially, you know, pre-industrial or post-industrial, you know, I get that there are things that can influence our minds. The building is vibrating because of the new like units they installed in the basement or on the roof or something, and then you feel strange, like your body feels strange and you feel like there's someone watching, or just these fucking the 5G, 10G, whatever the fuck towers, you know, messing with your skull, you know what I mean? And you start to feel weird, you know, and the atmosphere feels like, I get that there are things that influence us as humans and that can make events seem paranormal. I'm always going to be a skeptic first. But when you like hear people's voices and you're the only one there and there's no one, like, you know, you didn't hear other humans like partying or something, but you hear voice, like, that's hard to explain away. So, like, oh yeah, that was just the moon messing with the fucking clouds, causing a wind. I don't know. Like, you can't. There's some things that are hard. Okay. What? Leo, you want to get on now, Pookie? What? Hey, Leo. Leo. A part of me is afraid to let her out because I don't want her to get like some fleas or something, you know? Ew. This is kind of cool. Oh, damn it. You know, a funny story about this place. I used to come here often and just sit and like imagine my life different, or imagine me, you know, trying. And sometimes when I would try, I would like, oh, let's make a TikTok video. There's an older black man and his little tiny dog would come walking. You know, my baby would run up to his baby or whatever, and like I'd have to like call her back, and he'd have to do his thing. That's what always happened, right? But on the third time or so, I think he asked me some questions, like, I don't know, trying to get to know me. And I don't want to get close to anybody. I'm just here to like sit and think and to be away from people. I'm at a cemetery. There's only dead people. What do you think? And I could smell it. That man's a fucking cop. Like, I always joked, and I feel like there's some truth to the things that pop in my head. Like, I joked, like, that man's gonna write down my license plate number, because I'm always, like, near his house, because he lives right the fuck there. And I'm sure he thought I was a man, or maybe he thought, like I'm here for a drug deal or some shit. Like, I could just tell by his posture, and I think he has some shit on his belt. That, before I saw that, but his posture and the way that he held himself, the way he spoke. That man's in law enforcement. He might not be a cop or a sheriff or whatever the fuck, but he's definitely got something going on in LE. Damn, man. Like, I'm trying to get used to talking on camera. It's hard for me to memorize a script. Oh, an entire 3,000 word script. Like, that's like, I envy YouTubers, especially all the young people who got started around COVID. Like, they are doing their damn thing. They are doing it, man. Like, those video essays. There's so many video essayists. Like, they're talking about popular culture and like psychology, and it's amazing. I fucking love it. I envy them, because I'm like, they're just so, these young people, and I'm a young person. I'm 29, but these young people are like between 17 and 25. And they're so good at just talking in front of the camera. Just maybe they're good at memorizing, and they make it come out so like natural and fluid. They're so good at like getting the information and compiling it into like digestible. Like, I'm so like, that is, I love that, because I try, but I'm just so like, I'm trying not to be awkward or like, like, I'm trying. So I feel like if I do these videos, I could get a little bit more comfortable talking in front of a camera and pretending like I'm talking to someone else. But yeah, I should really bring like little like notes for myself. Like, Lou, I'm afraid you're gonna get some bugs. Like, I don't know what's around here, and I don't live alone. I live with my family. I live with my parents. And I don't want my parents' house to be infested with fleas, so I take care of that shit right away. Start cleaning all the time, vacuuming, washing laundry, and giving her baths a lot more often. Like, I give her a bath like maybe once a week, once every 2 weeks, because we don't go anywhere. You know what I mean? We don't. Like, if I had the money to take her, send her to daycare, or if we lived in an area where I could just like let her run around and be free a lot. And hell yeah, I'll give her baths more often. That's for sure. Because I do remember when I would send her off to daycare, right? Doggy daycare. That's so cool to me. Because that's something I want to do too. I love my dog. I love my baby. And I don't have the same like childish or what's the word? Like the same excitement for animals that I did when I was younger or just a kid, you know? It's not there anymore. Now I just have this realization, you know, like the dog's gonna grow old like me and they're gonna need some help. They're gonna die. So many dogs are being abused and their abuse is being uploaded to the internet for thousands of others to revel in the abuse and to replicate the abuse. And so that means more dogs are going to be abused for the funsies and the pleasures of it. And there's dogs who are stranded and hopeless in India, in Africa, in America, all over the damn world. China, people eat dogs and I eat fucking cows. So, I mean, and I bet dog probably tastes fucking good when you cook it right. So I'm just going I mean, I have all these like realistic thoughts. So that just helps me care more. I feel like I care more now than I did, you know, like, I think these thoughts do help in the grand scheme of things, because when I was a kid or just younger and I was like, oh, about dogs and cats and stuff, but mostly dogs, it was mostly because of the way they looked and what they represented to the world and to me. Like, oh, friendship, and to the world, companion and loyalty, trustworthy, and they're so cute and fluffy, you know? But now I don't think like that. I do, but those thoughts are so small and compared to other thoughts that are more relevant to the situation. Like, oh damn, we humans have bred so many fucking dogs. Dog breeders fucking suck in the hood. You know, for the most part, I think I'm alone, but I swear, hey, but I swear it's always that one, like, person. I swear, like, like, there's always, like, one person who's, like, walking, and it's like, oh, they must be walking on their lunch break. I didn't know. Or it's, like, some kids walking. I'm like, oh, I mean, there is a neighborhood around here, so. Someone just walked by. The only place I have truly felt alone was a fucking church. But I swear when I go to a cemetery, there's always one person. And I think the only way to mitigate that is to go to one of the most obscure cemeteries ever. Like, with graves from like the fucking 1785, like that. Alone with your thoughts and with the spirits, bro. I have a story I want to tell. I remember when I was doing my graveyard hunts, right? Graveyard haunts, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. And I was looking for graveyards, cemeteries. I found this one cemetery. I think they called it like because it had a witch grave or something. And it was it was definitely a white area because the houses were huge, you know, and the roads were long. And there I had to go under like a bridge, and it was different. And the road got narrow, you know. And I remember I found this place and it was like 1 o'clock in the morning. And there were people there. There was a car parked there and it was a fenced off graveyard and the grass was high. And I immediately turned my ass around. But I'm like, who the fuck are these people? Like, I wonder if they were like doing a ritual or something. Like, or if they just had the same idea as me and they found the same place, or they definitely looked like they might have lived in that area, you know. So, but yeah, I just that was something. I've never seen that before. Like, I go to a cemetery and there's people there like 1, 2 in the morning. What? But you know me, you don't know me, but I went back. I went back another night and I don't remember where the fuck this place was because I don't save anything in Google Maps. But yeah, I went back. There was no one there. It was still fenced off. And by fenced off, I mean like modern looking fence. And I think there was like an opening and like a fallen tree and stuff. So there's a way to get in there. But I remember I went there and I got as close as I could to the fence to shine my headlights so I could see some of the grave markers or anything. And they were definitely old. But yeah, it was definitely dark. There was a dark atmosphere, a dark feeling in the air. Like I shouldn't go beyond this fence. I shouldn't. And I definitely didn't. And I left. But I almost dared myself to get out the car and walk. Almost. But I have that light in my phone to record. And that's all I got. I don't have any wards. I don't have anything. Because I have dealt with that shit before, where I will go to a cemetery and bring something back with me. But I never say like goodbye, or you can't follow me home, or anything like that. I never say that, you know. I'm always too scared, like, oh, there's nothing gonna happen to me. I'm good. It's just a cemetery. And then what do you know? I'll go home and start feeling weird. I kick myself to this very day. My unorganized ass. Like back in the day, like 2 years ago, 2.5, when I did all this cemetery haunting, I would get EVPs, bro. And unless I put them in a video for YouTube, my ass didn't fucking organize my files on my computer. And I'd be making like gaming videos and all this other shit, and I'd lose my But to this very day, I still remember two recordings that were so amazing, and I just didn't put them in a video. I didn't make a video about them, and I should have, you know, hindsight, or just being smarter, I don't know, because I should have definitely made a video about just about a couple second video about that, or a couple minutes. I really fucking should have. You know, I'm sure I could probably go on my computer and go through my hundreds of files and try to find it. And then the worst thing is, the thing I don't really feel like doing is listening to like a 20, 30, 40 minute long recording of my ass walking around in some grass at a cemetery. I don't feel like it. There was one recording I got where I think I went there at like 4 a.m, and it sounded like an older white man, you know, older, maybe in his 60s, 70s. Because you could tell by the frailness of his voice. And he asked me, "Are you here to save me?" Damn. Oh, man. And the other recording that I still remember to this very day, because damn it, I should have made a video about that. Why didn't I make one? I just remember being shook. And that was it. And that was all she wrote. But I was at one of my favorite spots. I went here several times, and this is probably where I brought something home from me. Brought something home with me. I think so, because I've been here several times, and I always dared myself to go farther into the woods, you know, where the other graves were. But I remember I was walking along the tree line, because this is where I felt the energy. I felt that they were all here watching, because I always feel that way there. Because they're all in the woods, but there's a tree line where the landscapers for that cemetery, they mow the grass there and they just stop, you know? Oh my God, I'm kicking myself to this very day. I'm walking and I'm talking, and I hear 3 generational voices from women. Oh, this is what happened. I hear a child's voice go, "Psst," and she does it twice. And I think I say hello or some shit. And then she says, she heard me, in like her child voice. And then an older woman, maybe around my age, said something. I think it was hard to make out. And then besides the child voice, the other clearest voice I could make out was a much older woman saying, "Oh wait, what was that? What she said? Can she see you?" Or something like that. Like the woman around my age. She asked a question. And then the older woman responded to the question like, "She can't see you, black woman." Why didn't I make a video about that? I'm like, my eyes are watering and shit. But my eyes are always watering when I'm like making a point or I'm talking about something I really believe in. It's just what I do. And that's the thing. I want to understand how the fuck that works. How does that work? Like, how can the child go "Psst" at me and then they talk full-fledged conversation and I don't hear it? What? Like, I guess energy. It's got to be something with energy. Like, her energy was fully directed at me. Like, when she went "Psst," she was like, you know, she had me in her mind or something. When I like reacted to the "Psst" and she got excited, like, I guess that was more towards her people, you know? Like, I don't fucking understand. I don't know. Like I feel like they can read your mind too. Like I swear they be reading minds, because they said some shit one day. And this is another experience. They said some shit one day that I was thinking about my partner, my significant other. I was thinking that shit, and they said it, and it sounded like me. That was so... Like, that's when you hear, like growing up, and I used to watch all these ghost shows, and people would be like, I heard my mom call me from the bathroom or something, or I heard someone call me from the kitchen, you know, and no one's home but me, and they sound like someone you recognize. So yeah, that voice sounded exactly like me and said what I was thinking, and I didn't say that shit. I was thinking it. Oh man. So my dad has an interview today. My dad hasn't had an interview in 25. So yeah, my dad hasn't had an interview or had to speak to people about himself in 20 plus years. And he's finally gotten fed up with his job that he recruited me to help him to fix his resume and apply him to different places on the internet, different jobs. And my mom and dad are some of the most computer illiterate human beings you may ever see around their age. My dad is like 56, 57, and my mom is 62. And they hardly know how to use their phones, you know what I mean? And I feel like that's not uncommon to find older people who... But damn, I mean, like my parents will look at a computer and like not like it's a threat, you know what I mean? It's daunting. It's a daunting task. But yeah, I for the past 2-3 weeks now, I've been putting my dad in for different jobs. I've been making that man sound like a fucking god. And honestly, I have with all the work that I put in, you know, making his resume, and I helped my brother find a job and fix his resume, and that makes me feel so fucking proud that I was able to help. I was able to help someone else change their life. Holy shit, I did that shit. I mean, yeah, he had to put the effort in to actually go and introduce himself. But I fixed up his resume. Like, my God, that thing was like, woo! I fixed it up. And I encouraged him, I inspired him to like get out there. It's okay if you don't have all the recommendation or the requirements, because all these job postings want all this fucking experience. And usually when I go get my drinks, this shit would be gone by now, but this tastes weird. Maybe it's a different kind of milk. But yeah, I influenced him to fucking get out there. Fuck what those job postings are saying. Just throw your resume out there, boom. And he did. But yeah, I did the same for my dad. I mean, I've spent hours and hours on applications. Because, you know, some of these applications have test assessments and so many questions about you and your skills. And honestly, I couldn't have done half of the shit I did without ChatGPT. AI, boy. But seriously, I love ChatGPT. But yeah, like my dad's got an interview today, and everything came flooding back, you know, over this week. A lot of the trauma and a lot of the truths about ourselves and our family came flooding back this week. And you know, listening to my dad have to try to use his phone to do a phone interview. I mean, and you know, when I heard him talking, I was like, damn, this is why I'm so fucked up. he's already got this self-doubt, all that's so high, you know, and I get it, it's his age, I get it. But damn, like, it's like the self-doubt, the fear, the woes is me's isms, you know, you know, because of this will happen. The self-rejection, or whatever you want to call it, already rejecting yourself from the job before you've been given a chance, but you're already like, eh. And then I realized that's why my family has been fucking stuck since I was born. And I'm 30. So my family, you know, all the hate and all the crying and the pain that, you know, were thrown on us as kids into our adulthood. And, you know, of course, what my mom goes through, all of that is just, it all comes back to my father, the patriarch of the fucking family. And, you know, that's when I start thinking, like, man, I gotta break out of that. Because I am my father's child. A lot of the things that he is are what I adopted, and it's in my blood. So, man, I gotta break out of that. I feel so bad for my mom most times. All the fucking times. That woman. When you hear about black women, older black women, what they've gone through, like their troubles, their pain, their suffering, their struggles, and same thing as troubles, and you know, their dealings with men, black men in our communities, and when you hear about those things, like, oof, just think about my mom. But yeah, I really fucking hope my dad can get this job, because it's a long time coming. My dad should have had he was always the authoritarian in the family, you know, to a fucking insufferable fucking degree. So much so that I believe, rightly so, justifiably so, undeniably so, that my oldest brother will never forgive him. And I mean, again, it's fine. Like, honestly, none of us should, and I don't. But I live with my family. I live with my parents. So you see why I am this way, because I had to go through so many mental fucking hurdles to exist. Holy fuck. So yeah, I really hope my dad can ace this fucking interview, because he should have been a fucking cop, a detention center guard, or just some high profile person like this a long time ago, 20 years ago, 30. Because he's always had it in him. But maybe it was like the psychological aspect. I don't know. Maybe he was afraid like he would kill someone. I guess that's why he didn't become a fucking cop or do anything like that. Or maybe, like, honestly, I don't know why, but he sure took it out on us, like my mom. Woo! I tell you, he was afraid to kill someone as a police officer. Ask my mom for the past 40 years. How many times? But man, I hope he gets this fucking job, because it will be the highest paying job he's ever had, because my dad has been stuck for the past 20 years, and I think his entire life. My dad's only been paid like maybe between $8 and $12, and he's 56 or 57, I think. So think about it, like a man in his late 50s has only ever been paid from every job he's ever had between $8 and $12. And my dad has been at this security job with this fucking shitty ass security monopolistic company. Like, you know, you can look up like biggest security companies in America, and their name is gonna pop up, and it's not Securitized. But yeah, so he's been at this job for 20 years, busting his ass. Like, all the people there love him at his site, and he's only been getting paid 12, and new people come in. This is why he wants to quit. Like, he should have been quit. New people are coming in getting paid like $15 an hour to do less than what he has been doing for 20 years. So, yeah, I don't look at my parents as parents anymore. I look at them as people now. I look at them as just human beings, man and woman, for everything that they are. And I truly, wow, I am amazed that my father has been able to survive off $12 an hour with a house. He owns his house. Like, that's if there's one goal my father wanted to achieve in his life, every parent's gonna say, it was having my kids, you guys. Every parent's gonna say that to make you feel better, but they don't fucking mean that shit. But anyway, if there was one real goal that my father has achieved, and he wanted to achieve his entire life, success, it was owning a house. Because I think, growing up, he had a whole bunch of siblings, and his parents were fucking old school Southern fucking parents. You can only imagine. I mean, honestly, you don't have to imagine. There's enough media out there for you to get a picture, you know what I mean? You can watch any old like 1980s, 90s movie about black people and get an idea. But anyway, yeah, and when I think about, he doesn't talk about his childhood. He doesn't talk about shit. So when I think about some of the things that he has kind of slipped out here and there, I could definitely see why he's so fucked up. But man, there's no reason not to grow and mature and kind of try to get out of that shit for your family. You know what I mean? But that's a long, yeah. What the fuck was that? Yeah. Oh God, I hope he gets this job, because I think it pays like $20 an hour. My dad getting paid 20, or my mom and my dad, because he controls all the funds. Whatever my dad makes, my mom will be able to contribute from that too. And whatever my mom makes, everyone contributes. $20 an hour, my dad's gonna go fucking nuts. Like, that's if there's two things he always wanted to accomplish in his life, it's own a house and be rich. Because to him, $20 an hour, you're fucking rich. He will be a completely new person, unlike the father of our past, the father of yesterday, the father of today. And you know what's fucked up? The patriarchs out there in this patriarchal society who make bank and still like treat their family like absolute fucking dog shit. You know what I mean? That's so sad. Like, as an adult, with everything that I know and have been through, I can see like why a man making like $8 an hour with like 2 kids, and a wife or whatever, and she's working. So I can kind of, see where the abuse and all the other shit will come from. Especially today, That's no excuse. But no excuse, but I'm just saying. But yeah, like the fathers out there who like, like they've built an empire, I get that. And they have a legacy, but they making bank. Maybe they're not living above their means, but they still like hit their wife and fucking hit their kids, or just completely act like their kids don't exist. So, or do something worse. I don't know how long this video is gonna be, but I'm gonna go get some food, some soul food, because damn, that shit really helps. And I got some money from my dad. He gave me some money as a thanks twice now for helping him find his job, get him the interview, help him out there and there. And all the work. I think he's been getting a lot of emails over the past 3 weeks about all these, So yeah. Fuck, I'm supposed to call these people back about this janitor position. But the funny thing is, I found it on Indeed. And I think I was logged into my dad's account, and I don't remember. I was either in my account and sent my dad's shit, or I was in my account and sent, like, I didn't mean to. I think most janitor positions pay around 12, 14 an hour. But that's something. So I should probably fucking call. You know what? I was done. I thought I was done. But you know, I'm just gonna record myself on this little excursion. But you know what I fucking hate? I hate that in my area, in my little small part of town, right? There's an overabundance of fucking cops here because I guess we're just easy money. Like I said, black people, the black community, we are easy motherfucking money. And you know, I think it's funny that they have like a whole ass police precinct and the jail is not too far. And it's like, damn, like, don't you want people to like at least think you care? Like, instead of like waiting at stop signs, like waiting, like hiding in the neighborhood for people who don't stop at a stop sign. Or you know what, Forest Park is absolutely the fucking worst. Because I remember driving down there to go pay this fucking citation for this. I remember driving down there to pay a citation, and I remember there were 4 people being pulled over at one time. Like they were already pulled over, but there were different, like, different areas along my route in Forest Park, Georgia. And there was like 2 different gas station people pulled over, like they were in the gas station lot. There was one on the side of the fucking road and one in like a parking lot for his little plaza. And I'm like, damn, like Forest Park, like y'all need money this fucking bad? Like, I guess it is bad out here. Like, y'all stopping people for the most mundane, absolutely insane, stupid fucking shit. Like, no one's like hit and running out here. No one is like streaking naked in the road. I don't fucking know. Like, what is this? Why? Like, in my area is the exact same way. It's like the cops wait in parking lots across the like, do white areas have this issue? Like, or like just not even just white areas, like Asian areas, like when you go to places and it's like nothing but Korean. Like, do they have this fucking issue? Are your cops just preying on you guys? Like, is that how it is for you? Like, or is it just our areas here in good old fucking USA, you know? Oh my God, there's a cop right there, dude. I have passed like 6 cops since I've been out this morning, and I've only been out about an hour and a half. They be prowling out here on these streets. The soul food place I want to go to, I think they open up around 11 or 12, and it's 11:38 now. I should look. But damn, that food it's good. It's good. The macaroni, But I am not about to find myself at no fucking, this is it, barbecue. It's the Ramp Tip, the Two Brothers soul food place, because their prices are fucking insane. Like a veggie plate is like 12, 13, 14 with tax. Like, no. You know, I see these stores and stuff, and I wonder, like, how are you guys doing? Phase 3 boutique, how are you doing? That what is that, Lion's Den grooming lounge? How the fuck are you doing, bro? Breaking news! So, yeah, that interview did not happen. My pops was not even granted an interview. And I am so glad to say it wasn't his fault. It was mine. Get this, though. So, the 40-page packet that my mom spent a good 4 or 5 hours filling out, 40 pages. So, my dad goes to the building for his interview, right? That place was packed with young women, right? So, they were all there for an interview. The lady at the customer service clerk desk or whatever, he goes to turn his packet in, I guess, to be directed to the room or whatever. And this lady, she's already kind of fed up. She's already, it's still the beginning of the day. So he goes to turn the packet in, and they won't accept him because the fucking graphic is wrong. the star for the sheriff's county, like the star is. So that entire packet that, you know, my mom spent hours working on, we had to buy my dad's fucking high school transcripts from 19 fucking, was it? And he paid $20 fucking $6 for those transcripts. We had to fucking we had to print out color copies for his driver's license and his social and stuff. Yeah, they pretty much said they won't accept him for an interview today because the fucking graphic was wrong. And I remember how the page looked. I do remember the words seemed too close when he was like, blah, 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 sheriff's office, ooh, with the fucking star. Are you fucking serious? Because my printer printed them out kind of funny looking. Like, you could, all the rest of the pages are fine. Like, it's just any page with the little graphics for the county sheriff's logo thing. You mean to tell me all that fucking information, you will not accept this person, possible potential applicant, because of fucking picture? And the ladies just like, he told me this several times because it really bothered him. And he was like, the lady was like, don't get an attitude with me or some shit. Like, so yeah, my dad, he legit said, he legit said, fuck it. Like, he left. And then he told me he just got a call. Like, I called home when I got the text from mom about the issue, the situation. So yeah, mom texted me and I called them. And just before I called them, I guess my dad's phone rang from the sheriff's office hiring department people. I guess, and he guesses it was like for something. I don't know. But he didn't answer. And I'm not even sure if he knew the number. I don't even know. That's the sad thing. Hopefully it wasn't a fucking, you know, some other fucking application I put in for you and they were calling to schedule the whole shit. But, so it's obvious, they don't need people. Because they have more than enough bodies. They don't want people, they want bodies. That's how you're just a number. That's all you are.